So I remember being transferred to Townsville and working with my new companion up there, and we had a lot of fun and exciting people to work with. And he eventually left, and a new companion came in. And I remember this new companion was really focused on finding like key investigators. And I remember he said, "Well, how is this person progressing?" And I said, "Well, we've been talking to them 6 weeks, and they're not keeping commitments." He said, "Okay, let's move on. Let's." And I remember being taken aback, "Oh my goodness! We can't just let these people go. We can't just ignore these people." And I realized that he was right in doing that, because I think a lot of times the fear is, if I let go of these investigators, then I have to do the hard part. I have to go find people. And so we let go of all our investigators, and we did a lot of tracking, a lot of finding. And we tracked into one man who changed my life. And he was a beautiful individual who was so prepared for the gospel. He was searching. He was following the light of Christ, doing what was right, and was ready for the Holy Ghost in his life. And I remember we had 2 minutes before we needed to leave for our dinner appointment, and we ended up rather than leaving early and going, "Okay, we're done for today, let's go to dinner," we did one more door. And it's so funny, it's always that one more door. And we knocked, and we woke him up from a nap. Actually, we knocked on his brother's door upstairs. He said, "Oh, go ask my brother downstairs." We knocked on his door. He woke up from a nap. He was kind of sleepy. He invited us in, and we weren't really sure if he was interested or not. And we set up a return appointment. He came to church. I think it was Fast Sunday, and he was this close to going and bearing his testimony about God and his testimony of the Lord. And I remember we just went through the lessons, and we were worried about tithing and oh, what do we teach about this? And at one point I remember him saying, I want to get to know this Thomas S. Monson guy. Anyways, he was baptized. He went through the temple and had his received his endowment. He was married in the temple, and he's now in the branch presidency. He's honestly changed my life, and I have to thank him for that. And I have to thank the Lord for allowing me to experience just once how the gospel can take someone from one side and move them to another, or improve that person. And again, I thank the Lord for that experience. And I know as you go forward in the mission, as you go out and again focus on loving people and helping them through their life challenges, there are opportunities.